The past two episodes have given us more points in back-to-back episodes than any other in our time at Premier League level here at Leeds United. We're in okay form. We're in an okay league position, and hopefully we can continue our okay form in today's episode. We start with Liverpool away. Burnley at home will sim, and then play Brighton and Watford. And then tomorrow we'll have Palace, Chelsea and Leicester before heading into the January transfer window. We'll have a little look at what we've got available and what we should have become available by the time we get to the window with regards a couple of the signings that are already agreed to be leaving us either later on in this episode or in tomorrow's as we approach the transfer window. In fact, what I might do is today we'll have a look at what we might have available financially for a permanent transfer. Then tomorrow, once we've got all of the scout reports back, we'll have a look through the players that might be available on a pre-contract for next season. But the way things are going so far this season, I'm not sure we need to add too much to the squad. We're playing decent football, getting decent results, but playing at Anfield is never an easy game. Expecting and confirming Alisson in goal for Liverpool, Joe Gomez, Kimpembe, Van Dijk and Robertson at the back. Naby Keita, Wijnaldum and Guendouzi in the middle for them. Salah, Firmino, Mane is no surprise as the front three. Mane has scored 5 in his last 3 games. So he's going to be a massive goal threat for them. Fabinho on the bench for this one. Also got the creativity of Dani Ceballos to potentially call upon in midfield as well. I'm surprised to see Guendouzi in a Liverpool shirt. I completely forgotten that transfer had actually gone through, but they're at full strength here. They're not underestimating us with their 11 the same way that Chelsea did. So I expect this one to be slightly more difficult than that fixture. But we're going to lean on Adama's pace and strength throughout the course of this game, as we ever do. And Virgil van Dijk is going to rely on his strength here, probably. Although Augustin can't give us a 1-0 lead by setting up man on the far side. Ryan Kent couldn't quite get to that. Bowen will deliver the cross from the corner. Oh, Jamie. Oh, I tried, but that was terrible. Where's he going to go? Down the line. Shackleton stayed with him the whole way and easily wins the ball back. And then Paulie gives it away again. All that hard work, Jamie, undone with a terrible pass. Van Dijk into Guendouzi. His hair's flopping about all over the place here. Here's Naby Keita. He scored a good goal against us last season, but not this season. Or not yet, at least. Shackleton. Augustin will look over the top. Oh, I should have gone to Ryan Kent, who was arriving on the left-hand side of me there. Poor vision from me. Guendouzi forward to Bobby Firmino. Salah's making that run down the line. Gone backwards there to Robertson and forward to Firmino again. Guendouzi's available in the middle again. Jamie Shackleton getting stuck in defensively. I don't know what pass that was from Adama. Naby Keita has taken that back. Absolutely woeful. Get to that. Oh, easy squared ball across. Mane might have scored 5 in his last 3, but he's adding assists to that now too. Guendouzi running along, flopping his hair about, and Liverpool have a 1-0 lead. Then go through the gap there to Jarrod Bowen. Under pressure. Fouled maybe from Naby Keita? Yeah, it looked like it. But his foot swept away from underneath him. Might get a yellow card here, Naby, and does so. Justified. Have the opportunity to maybe do something here. Jamie Shackleton through that gap. It's Jarrod Bowen. I can't turn onto his right, let alone his left. Jamie's trying his hardest there. He's just not strong enough. He's got a little bit of pace, so given some space, he can do something. But the ball roll from Salah's good, but Nkulu's just too strong. That's what Jamie Shackleton needs a little bit more of. Bowen out of his feet, looking for Jean-Kevin Augustin. He skipped past the tackle of Kimpembe, and that is quite possibly the worst attempted finesse shot I've ever seen. I didn't put too much power on that. I've just tried to bend that towards the far corner. I intended of the goal, not of the stand. Turns and faces me up. I'm waiting for Robertson to push on past me, but he didn't. Mane could go inside. Tried to nick the ball away and couldn't get there. Here's Bobby Firmino. Ben White, well, he does, but doesn't nick the ball away from Bobby Firmino. Mane looking for another assist. Malacia will head that away. What he's doing at the edge of the right-hand side, the 6-yard box, I'm not sure. No defensive shape for us whatsoever there. Mo Salah will deliver the corner. Keeper's going to come for this and misses it. Well then, Paulo Gazzaniga, you are very, very fortunate that there were a couple of defenders on hand there to get rid of that. Otherwise, that would have been an easy tapped home Liverpool second. It will be 1-0 at half-time, but it could have been worse. Guendouzi's goal in the first half is still the only difference between the two sides. Pedro Porro is playing in this game, as per your request in the comments section. But, oh, come on now. But as of yet, hasn't really either impressed or unimpressed. He's been a bit of an invisible shirt so far, a bit of a ghost at right back. He's not really had much to do, to be fair. Here's Keita into Firmino. Oh, he's dropped the shoulder nicely. Bobby Nkulu. And away we go. Mane played in behind, and he's going to keep that in. Only just, but he's done brilliantly. And then he's dropped the shoulder well too. Nkulu with the header away. Can Jamie Shackleton get to that first? His legs aren't quite long enough. Oh, it's Jared Bowen, not Jamie Shackleton. Naby Keita. Salah on the outside. Oh, don't let him turn on his left, Ches. For crying out loud. Ben White trying to get rid of this. Does well enough. And around the corner there to Rajan Angolan. I see a bit of space for Adama on the right-hand side. If we can get him in behind Andy Robertson, which we've done well enough. He's still dead for stamina, but will loft it towards the back post, where Joe Gomez will clear away. 20 minutes to go. Andy Robertson completes the clearance. Well, it's actually a perfect pass for Sadio Mane, who's fluffed his lines. Porro does nicely. Oh, Bowen caught in possession. Back to him, though. Lovely little 1-2. Go on, Jared. Get back on that left. Bend that home. Oh, Kimpembe in the way. 15 minutes to go. Still 1-0 down here to Liverpool. I've got some changes waiting to be made, but the ball hasn't gone out of play yet for them to actually enter the fray. Hopefully, it's not going to be a Liverpool goal that leads to the ball being out of play next. Come on, Jamie. He's there. And squeeze it through. Bowen. Here's Ryan Kent. He might be out of play because of a Leeds goal. He's missed the target. And I'm not sure he was offside there, actually. But here come the changes. Oh, they're making changes as well. Guendouzi going off. And I think that was Danny Ceballos coming on. Triple change for me. Milner, Wilson and Clark coming on for the final 10 minutes. Robertson has got options inside. He's looking for those, but Jamie Shackleton has closed him down. Now Robertson's going to be too tired to chase this back, and we probably won't get a better chance in this second half to get ourselves an equaliser. Looking for Augustin through that gap. Is he fouled? He's not. Keep that in. Oh, I kind of meant Porro, not Mane. Fabinho, Firmino. Oh, we're going to lose this. They're going to keep possession nicely. The ball that went to Augustin there was actually intended to go across the far side for Ryan Kent, who was in space. I must have just aimed it wrong. Tried to play the through ball to Augustin instead. And we're going to lose by a goal to nil. Right. Back to the drawing board. So for a press conference, fair to say it was a tough match. It certainly was. I'm not sure where we went wrong. I played as well as I felt we could. But Liverpool were just solid enough. They were the better team. I think we're better than you're implying. They're being more harsh in the press conferences this year than they seemed to be last year, to be fair. Guendouzi was decent, but it wasn't spectacular. Nobody for Liverpool was spectacular, but as a team, they just were solid enough defensively to keep us out. Callum Wilson's happy that he got a chance in that game, and that's fair enough. Now, I said we'll sim the game against Burnley. Who's out? Oh, Tyler Roberts is still out injured. He should be back for the game against Watford. I think he had 12 days left as we headed towards the Liverpool game. So he probably will miss the Brighton game, but he might be back before the Watford one. Let's see what we can do against Burnley then at home. They're just above us, 2 points above us in the table. So if we win here, we will at least move up above them. We're actually getting booked early doors. It's going to make defensive things harder. But they've had a defender booked as well. As we approach half-time, that's all that's happened so far. Chalov is off for them. Malacia now sent off. I told you it would make defensive things more difficult. Down to 10 men, Leeds United. And with 10 minutes to go, there's still no goals. And no goals at all. Spurs win 6-0 against our next opponents, Brighton. Chelsea win 5-0 against Norwich. Some teams around us getting absolutely battered there. But we were able to pick up a point. Manchester United in 11th, but they do have a game in hand and could go as high as 8th. High is probably the wrong word to use there in phrasing that, but we'll see what we can do in the next game against Brighton then. Malacia will have to miss this one because he'll be suspended and will rotate slightly, but I'm sure it'll be okay. The team that just got battered by Spurs then, David Button in goal, Charlotto, Duffy, Balogun and Cochrane at the back. Wajis, Tanase, Promel and Podence in the midfield with Gyökeres and Estupinian up top. That is a very unfamiliar Brighton 11. I don't know what to expect from this. Gyökeres, nicely intercepted by Danny Rose. Bowen, Adama. Oh, it's really nicely worked. And Adama Traore draws a good save out of David Button. Can we keep that in? I would have liked to pull it back to a man on the edge of the box. Good save by the keeper. Bowen will deliver. It's an outswinger. Gyökeres wins the header. Shackleton will bring it down. I see space over on this side. Oh, it's Porro. Quite recognise who it was. Jared Bowen. I'm trying to get it onto his left, but Charlotto is far too strong for him. Up we go, Ben. Good header. Let's try and recycle possession, get it forward again. As ever, Adama Traore is a great option for us. And Augustin try and catch the keeper off guard, but he's ready for it. Another good save by Mr. Button. Adama will take the corner himself. Bowen's underneath this. It's going to be headed away by Guadis. Jack Clark back to Jara Riedewald. Just trying to find the space for a decent opportunity, and there isn't any at the minute. Augustin. Bit of footwork. Oh, nicely done by Charlotto. Very well defended by Brighton. Bowen could get to that, and has done, but only forced the goal kick. With a better side so far, but their keeper's playing well. Cochrane is right in behind here. And that's a really dangerous ball in. And Gyökeres gives Brighton the lead. That was a brilliant ball across. Should the defender have done better? He was just in behind. I was just chasing him the entire way down that wing. Yes, the defender should have done better. Another case of trying to attack the ball and the defender just waits for it to come to him rather than actually going towards it. It's like, oh, they pay no attention to the fact that there's an attacker there too. They're just like, I'll wait for the ball to come to me. Oh no, here comes an attacker. I'm just going to let him do it and oh shit, we've conceded. 1-0 Brighton. Rose. Inside to Bowen. I'm going to set about them in this second half if we can. Try and really assert some dominance, but they're defending very compactly. As you can see there, there's barely any space to do anything in the centre of the field. We're going to have to spread things a little bit wider. Oh, is that a foul? Certainly. Free kick in a good position. Jared Bowen. I'm going to put it about there. Yellow timed. Oh, Button on hand again to make another good save. Oh, he put his defender under pressure there though, but they've dealt with it well enough. Oscar out to Gyökeres, but Ben White intercepts. On to Calvin Phillips. Or to Shackleton. Adama can make that run down that line. Oh, given away. Drilled straight at Bowen. Run, please, Adama. I have asked you to. Bowen. No, I'm going back this way. No, I'm going back that way. Oh, I don't know where I'm going. There's just so many Brighton shirts in the way. Go on then, Calvin. Oh, good save. Oh, get moaned at in the comment section sometimes for just not shooting often enough. So I'm starting to add a few random pot shots into my overall play. I've done it a couple of times for Rajan Angolan, who's more likely to score a goal from that sort of distance, to be fair. Then, go on, Adama. Burst. Burst. Oh, who on earth is that Cochrane guy? And how is he keeping up with Adama Traore? Jeeps, they're making a change. Do I make one of my own? Yeah, to be fair, we are getting slightly tired. And Tyler Roberts, he's still in the main menu, had the little plaster symbol next to him, but he's able to come on here. And I'll bring Ryan Kent on for Adama Traore as well. We'll make just those two changes for now. And I might bring Callum Wilson on a little bit later if we still aren't able to get ourselves level. But Kent could have a part to play immediately. Porro into Tyler Roberts. Short there is Calvin Phillips. And there's Jack Clark, who's turned well but can't get past Charlotto. This has been a frustrating second half so far. And we dominated the first and still weren't able to get ourselves in front then either. Their keeper has been very good in this game. And certainly the only reason why they aren't losing the game. Dreyer. Promel to Trossard off the bench here. He'll be difficult to deal with. And that was a very sharp turn from Leandro Trossard. And here's Promel into Dreyer across the Podence. Oh, what a save! Oh, he was offside. I tried to get there with a defender and couldn't. And what a stop by Gazaniga. In the end, he didn't need to make the stop because he was off. The attacker was offside. But still, he wasn't to know that when he went for the save. That was superb. I cannot get past this Cochrane guy on the left-hand side of their defence. I'm going to have to switch and try and come down the right side of their defence. Make a run for me, please, Jack. Augustin. Oh, God, they're so impossible to break apart. Until now. Jean-Kevin! Oh, that's more like it! We're level! Oh, that was a sweet strike. I've tried some finesses with Augustin from that sort of distance, and they've either gone wide or the keeper's made a comfortable save. And with that bouncing and bobbling, I felt like the best thing to do is just put your foot through it. Right thing to do, Cheese. Cracking strike. We're on level terms. We'll take the free kick. Now, can we do anything with it? I want to take it quickly. I'm not going to be able to get it to anyone and really do anything worthwhile with it, so I'll just play it short here. And Jamie Shackleton could look for a teammate. That teammate is Tyler Roberts. Oh, I've got nowhere to go, though. Nowhere to go. Look at just the sheer number of Brighton certs at back here. Jack Clark. Charlotte's just been so strong all game. Oh, stick a toe out, mate. That's going to be a 1-1 finish, I think, unless they score on this attack. And they might do, because Podence is probably not going to be caught here. He's dropped the shoulder, and he will be caught now, but I'm not going to have the opportunity to go at the other end. It's a draw against Brighton. They just threw numbers back and hoped eventually to keep us out. And if it weren't for a number of saves from David Button, then they would have been breached more than once, but they weren't. They only had one shot themselves. They were that poor going forward. They were defending so much throughout the game. Fortunately, that one effort went in. Did I expect to get a draw? I expected a win, actually. But unfortunately, Button had other ideas. Overall performance, we should have won, certainly. But sometimes a keeper has an inspired performance, and Cochrane was very good. A few times I felt myself frustrated at not being able to get past him in their left-back role. Suspension over for Malacia. He'll return to the starting lineup ahead of Danny Rose. Rotated a little bit for that last game through a couple of players being unfit from the game recently, the weekend. I'll consider it, Callum, but he's just scored a good goal, has Jean-Kevin Augustin, so I'm not really going to take him out. Pablo Hernandez and Adam Forshaw, neither of them really wanted to sign new contracts with me last time, so I thought, well, the thing is, if I delegate a renewal, they want such a massive wage bump, I can't justify offering. Oh God, don't offer him £900 million a week. I can't justify offering Adam Forshaw 30 plus grand a week. I just can't do it. Pablo Hernandez is 71 rated now at 36 years of age. I'm quite happy to let him retire here. He's going to ask for something astronomical as well. Let me just, out of curiosity, just see what it is that he wants or what they're expecting. See, I can't justify that. Alright, that I can. That's just a small bump. So, I'm quite happy to let Forshaw go, to be fair, but it would be nice to have Pablo Hernandez retire at the club. Right. Actually, Tyler Roberts can come back to the starting lineup now, can't he? Where are you, Tyler? Tyler. There he is. And Kink can come back in for Forshaw. Right. Time to take on Watford. Actually, where are they in the league? They were around us, weren't they? They are, in fact, 2 places above us and 2 points above us. And we could go, if we win this, we could go as high... Oh, up to 10th again. We've been 10th already. The gap to the drop zone is currently 8 points. The gap to Europe is currently a lot more, 14. Ugh, that's not happening. But maybe with a good FA Cup run, who knows? And there were some games rescheduled actually there. We had some messages. So the third round of the FA Cup may have been drawn. We'll have a look at that once we get back to the main menu after this third and final game. Watford's 11 has Daniel Bachmann in goal, Janmat, Dawson, Castelletto and Messina at the back. It was a really tall, strong, physical backline, wasn't it? Rashina, Pereira and Sarr sat behind Luis Javier Suarez up top. I've got Will Hughes on the bench. They've got the pace of Peñaranda if they need it. Got Raphael as well. We've been decent at home recently though, so we'll try and keep that going. Here's Suarez. Pereira. So wary of letting Ismaila Sarr get in behind me because of his pace like that. But if he's going to shoot like that, he can get in behind as many times as he likes. That was a little bit rushed, I think, especially when he had the option to play in a teammate who just passed him the ball for a quick 1-2 to put him in a better position. Shackleton's there. Augustin. Augustin. Good save. Backman. Stopped by the keeper. What can we do from the corner? Adama delivers. Delivers well, but Capu just gets to that first. Shackleton will get to this first. Down the line there to Adama. Go on, Jamie. Wrap your foot around that. All right. We'll try from the corner instead, shall we? Adama again. Good delivery last time. Good delivery this time. Keeper comes to tip it away, though. Someone ended up on the floor at the back post. I think that was Jean-Kevin Augustin. Ismail Assar. Taking his time and very nearly playing a terrible pass. But now on the counter-attack, Suarez is in behind. I don't know how fast he is. He's certainly quick enough at the minute. Trying to mark the man as well as track the runner. Suarez, Capu. Again, Ismail Assar rushed to take his shot. Very impatient, Ismail Assar. He's got so much room to run into there. Why in that situation would you hit the ball immediately? Poor decision-making from Ismail Assar here. Watford could be 1 or 2 goals to the good by this point. Castelletto heads that wide as well. Both sides creating chances, but no goal breached yet. Suarez into the path of Ismail Assar. He's taking his time this time, and now he's taking too long. He's gone from rushing his shots to trying to take too long to settle himself. Find the happy medium, Ismaila. Lovely touch by Roberts. Looking for Augustin, and we're on the counter-attack, and we should score here. Jean-Kevin. Brilliant tackle. I've just taken too long myself at the other end. Don't criticise their players and then make the same mistake, Ches. Oh, my God. I really should have scored there. Bowen to Shackleton. Nice turn. Looking for Adama. Found well. Augustin over the top. Looking for Tyler Roberts. It's not going to reach him. Daryl Yanmat picks it off. This is a really entertaining, free-flowing, end-to-end game that surely won't end goalless. Here's Luis Suarez. Decent enough by Capu. Wasn't really hit with much power. So the keeper had enough time to sort his feet out. 38th minute and Pereira will deliver. And it's decent. Dawson! 1-0 Watford. I mentioned in the intro, they've got a really strong, tall, physical defence. I was expecting that to mean that they'd be difficult to break down at the other end. I didn't expect that to mean that they'd score a goal with a defender. From a set piece. Craig Dawson, 1-0 Watford. That was really well tucked away. Right, time to up your game, Cheesenoid. Rashina getting in behind him. Alassi's closing him down. Rashina's slowed up, but still could get a ball in. Does so, and Kulu away for another corner. Right, switch on from this one. Let's not concede another set piece, shall we? Craig Dawson is there in the middle again. They're number 4 there. So, ball to the edge of the box that Bowen will flick away. Can Raja turn? He can, but he's not really got the pace to get away. I tell you who does. Adama Traore. But is there enough time left in the game to actually do that? The referee's going to allow time to continue, or the clock to continue to run down. And at the back post to see Tyler Roberts, who's arriving and stumbles over Yanmat and can't score a goal. I should have scored in this half. Corner for Watford to start the second half. Pereira delivers, and it could be Dawson underneath this again. Castelletto challenging. Bowen does well there. Raja, how have you not gotten the ball there? He's leant in and missed it entirely. Rodriguez. Back there to Dawson. If he scores from there, I'll be fuming. But they might score from here. These near post goals are so BS. There's no power on that. Gazaniga should not concede that. No goalkeeper should concede that. From that angle there, should never go in. I'm sorry, but that's nonsense. It's not like he smashed it 1,000 miles an hour. There's not much pace on that at all. For crying out loud. 2-0 Watford. That's a pain in the backside, because I do not deserve to be 2-0 down in this game. We should have at least scored one to equalise from their header, or to have already been 1-0 up. For them to, their header to have been an equaliser in itself. That second goal has really whipped me off. Really, really annoyed me. I hate conceding these stupid near post shots. It's just the VOP goal scoring mechanic this year. And when you feel like a keeper really should do better. It doesn't matter whether I've got Gazaniga in goal there, or whether I've got a 99 rated keeper in goal. They go in all the time. Just need to defend better and not offer them the opportunity to score it in the first place, I suppose. Tyler Roberts looking out there for Adama. It's a wonderful ball. Adama Traore tracked closely there, actually. Here's Callum Wilson. And Adama's in again. Adama Traore. There's one back. Pick the ball up, please. Right, 2-1. with 18 minutes to find an equaliser. He's run straight into Adama there. Still comes away with the ball, Ismail Assar. He's had such an indifferent game, the winger. Here's Suarez, out to Sarr again. Porro going to close him down. Gets a nice block on it. Look for Adama. And inside there to Tyler Roberts. Nangolan. And then we've got the fresh legs. The man on this left-hand side in Ryan Kent. That's a brilliant ball to him. Looking to get away from the defender that's with me. Darriamat defending nicely. It's Adama. It's Adama. It's Adama. It's a good save by Backman. Win that header. Well up, Ryan. Let me change to you, please. Thank you. Through there. Callum Wilson. Spins nicely. Callum, go for the near post. Oh, no! Oh! Great strike by Callum Wilson off the woodwork. And it wouldn't quite fall for the man in the middle following it up. Nangolan. Ryan Kent. Nangolan. Tyler Roberts. Spins well. Drill it across. Ah, Ryan Kent was going to arrive at the back post. Tyler can get to that first. The chance still lives. The chance is dead. Balls. Across here to Darriamat. We're not going to get anything from this game now. Oh, we might end up with a 3-1 defeat. No, good interception, but how have we only scored one goal in that game? How did we only score one goal in the game against Brighton too? Oh, God. Just a point from today's 3 games after 2 really good episodes is devastating, especially to have been so good against Brighton and to have created so much against Watford as well. Clear-cut chances. Oh, God. That's annoying. Difficult game today. Unacceptable performance. I'll say low confidence, but we're not low on confidence. Watford was just one behind. Watford deserved to win. We should and could do better. Pereira was one of the best players today. It's disappointing in the way that we played. I should have done better. Unlucky on occasion, but should have done better overall. Stay grounded, Callum. I can't believe that. Right, 3 games left tomorrow, and the FA Cup game has been drawn, and it is against Brighton. Wonderful. Well then, we shall have that in a couple of episodes' time, but tomorrow it's back to the drawing board with regards to Premier League. We could force ourselves into the top half again today. As it happens, we are back down in 13th and will stay there for the time being. 7 points the gap to the drop. The gap to the top half is 5 and the gap to Europe is still 14. In the middle of nowhere at the minute, but there's still plenty of time to turn that around. We're only at the halfway stage. I'll see you tomorrow.